Are you tired of your back fat getting in the way of you wearing your favorite swimsuit this summer? Well, don't stress, because I got a few different exercises that will leave you with toned muscles and a slim back in just 1 week. So let's get into it. Now the first exercise is a face pull. Face pulls are great for hitting the upper back and hitting the rear delts, which are the back of the shoulders. So if you have a goal to want to sculpt the shoulders as well, that's also another great way to do that. But the main muscle group that is targeted in the upper back is the trap muscles. The main way that face pulls are used are through resistance bands, through a higher anchor point, and simply pulling back through the upper part of the back and towards your face. This exercise is great to isolate the upper back muscles without putting stress on the lower part of the back. By going through this motion, you're able to stretch through the chest and build more mobility and build more posture. Going through the motion of a face pull allows the front part of the body to be stretched, which is beneficial to posture. Not only is strength important and strengthening the muscles important, but stretching the muscles and strengthening together has proven to provide more results and even better results in the long run. Stretching the chest muscles is also important for posture because we're able to prevent that C position that we get when we're hunched over our phones and our electronics and being on them for an unlimited amount of time. So if you want a taller, straighter looking spine and you want to carry yourself with more confidence, I definitely recommend this exercise to strengthen and stretch all in one. Moving on to the next part of the back, we have the lats. And this is considered the mid-back muscles in between the upper and the lower. I'd like to point out the main point of your back muscles is to pull things towards you. When we're working with the lats, any sort of weight that we're pulling in towards us is going to help us sculpt those muscles. A great way to do that without any equipment is a straight bar pull. Still able to build muscle, but it's working with your own weight at a different angle. As a society, we forget that our own body weight can help us build strength and muscle, and we don't necessarily need added resistance through bands, weights, kettlebells to see results. So if you really want to isolate and get into the mid-back, this exercise would be good as a calisthenics exercise that doesn't involve equipment and still allows you to shape and tone those areas. Our final exercise that we have are low back lifts. We finally hit the upper back, the mid back, and now we're finally getting in to the lower back. This exercise, just like the last one, allows us to use our body weight, so there's no need for any equipment. This is another isolation exercise that you can do to build strength and tone your muscles, like the glutes and the hamstrings. So if you're also looking for a glute lift and to tone your hamstrings and to strengthen the back of the body and the posterior chain, this is a great way to do that. For any beginners watching this and this sounds pretty difficult for you, just understand that this exercise can be done with a smaller range of motion so that you can build up to a bigger range of motion. You may start off with just a little lift and then progress even higher. And also another progression that you could do once you get better at that is to lift your arms off the ground. So now we'd finally be doing things like a Superman, which involves other muscle groups like the upper back muscles, the arm muscles, and even the shoulder muscles. Remember that all these exercises can help you to tone the muscles underneath the fat, but in order for this video to be considered a fat loss video, we need to add some cardio. So I challenge you at the end of these exercises to do a 30-minute walk. Walking, if you remember from one of my other cardio videos, like the keto diet one, I talked about how walking can help you burn fat because we're using fat as our source of fuel. We're able to use fat as our source of fuel in lower intensity forms of exercise. So doing both of these things can help you sculpt, build your metabolism. So now we're able to build our metabolism, shape our muscles, and burn fat in the back area. But if we're also struggling with flat, unshaped glutes, the next thing that I would recommend is checking out one of my latest videos on how to achieve a perfect booty. So make sure to click the link on the screen to get access to this video and get sculpting now.